Katie Joy, the family is not a fan of yours. I'm just gonna say, Katie, watch your step. Do not claim that you are being a voice for this family. You are now being called a snake. You want to know something, Katie? You got to cut it out. You are ruining. Well, I think your reputation has been ruined a long time ago. But I'm not your competition. I'm not your top competition.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing well. Happy Tuesday. I apologize about the voiceover. First of all, I have a house full. I have my neighbor's daughter that's come to spend the day with us, and I have my son and daughter-in-law's dogs that I'm dog sitting for because they actually went out of town on vacation. And trust me, this is a busy and a noisy house this morning. So every chance I get to actually record, I actually do it. So I deeply apologize about the voiceover. In today's video, I am going to prove to you guys what a liar Katie Joy is. This is her being caught in 4K for the lies and the greedy person that she is, the vindictive person that she is. And if she wants to say this is not about the money, this is not about the views, this is not about this gaining subscribers, bullshit. Please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. Now let me remind you guys, when Katie Joy had Molly Golightly and Justice for All, Justin, on her channel, she tried to come across as so sincere and playing nice. Take a look.
I just wanted to put out on my channel is that there has been a ton of stuff that's been going on in the groups about I don't like this creator and I don't like that creator and be careful of Molly and be careful of Justice and don't work with Katie. And you guys, none of that helps Vaughn's family. None of that helps get justice for his situation. And we don't all have to do things the same. I don't do how Molly does. Molly doesn't do how I do. I don't do how Justice does. As long as people can work together, that's really what matters and how you actually can affect change. The infighting is actually what the other side wants you to do. So just, we're all grown adults and we all have the ability to decide who we like and who we don't like. And we don't have to agree on everything when we have the same goal in mind. And right now that is to get answers for LATISHA. And LATISHA has put a lot of trust in me and Marissa, or Molly. So yeah, we're going to try to do this as a united front. And everyone says,
we're stronger together.
We are stronger together.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in pettiness and it's just not necessary.
I'm not doing it. I'm not
either.
Oh, you guys, doesn't Katie Joy sound so sincere? Like she wants to work together to get the story out, trying to act like she's so compassionate and so understanding to Mavon and his family, and she just wants the best for them. No, absolutely not. Or just a facade. Her intentions by having Molly Golightly and Justice for All on her channel wasn't to get for all of them to work together and get the story out. She got them on her channel. Her intention was to get to their audience. KJ is just fake. KJ is a user and a manipulator. Does Katie Joy not realize that there are three things that never stay hidden? The sun, the moon, and the truth. And it seems as though Katie Joy is always getting found out for her lies. And then she carries on as if it never ever happened, which is the most scariest thing of it all. She even made several posts that says, if you care about this case, please focus on Vaughn. Quit the sideshow. I want nothing to do with these people who are turning this into a circus. The only person that's turning this into a circus is you, Katie Joy, because you are the clown. And then in this post, she says, she's talking about how she spent hours helping collect evidence, find attorneys and all that bullshit. And then she goes ahead and says, I have zero reason to lie or provide false information. Katie Joy, the way I see it, she wants to be known as the go-to. You've lied to gain notoriety, to gain their attention, to gain subscribers. So quit with the bullshit and the lies, because at the end of the day, this is such a heartbreaking story. And all you care about is being number one. You're the most disgusting human being I've ever come across. So let me set the scene up for you. Katie Joy had received voice recordings of this person, Andrea McCray, and she sends a message to Molly Golightly stating that the source didn't want these recordings on anybody else's channel but Katie Joy's channel. This would have been my exact expression while listening to Molly Golightly read the message that Katie Joy had sent to her, the lies that Katie Joy had sent to her. But KJ did the expression much better. Listen to this.
Without a Crystal Ball says, so this is interesting. I'm about to release a bunch of audio. My source wants to make sure that the content is released through me. Okay. I know you are going live tonight, which I think would be a good time to speak about the audio, but can you direct them back to my channel to listen to the audio in full? The source is being really particular about this, and I want to respect their wishes. Sure. You don't want Molly Golightly or Justin to have these recordings. Everyone,
that's
yeah, we'll go over there and we'll listen.
Yes. So we'll go over there and listen.
Now that was a lie. Because isn't it hilarious that that same person that gave Katie Joy those recordings was actually on Molly Golightly and Justice for All's live. And this was exactly what she said.
Okay, so I'm actually reading it from the chat. So is this the woman who gave KJ the information and said it was only for KJ and you didn't want it on other channels? So when you gave her that information, was it to stay strictly on her channel and you wanted people directed to her channel? Or was this?
No, that's not at all the understanding. The understanding that I had with her at that point was that it was to remain anonymous. And that was the only stipulation that I had with her when I released that information.
Wow.
AJ, you're something else.
When I heard her say that, I was actually watching you, Molly, and you were reading, I guess, like KJ had messaged you and said, hey, I have this audio, but direct your people to my channel because the source only wants it played on my channel. Mm-hmm. The same exact thing happened to me with Katie. We were both covering a story, and I said I had talked to a source directly connected to the story, and the source had told me that they wanted to get their voice back, and I said, well, you know, I have my channel if you want to use it, and he was like, yeah, we can figure something out, and literally the person that I was talking to just quit responding to me. Out of nowhere, just quit responding to me. Next thing I know, Katie's talking to the source. She has all this audio, this information from the story. And then she says, I spoke to the source who gave me all this audio from the story. She played it on her channel. And that's what she says. She says, this source doesn't want this played anywhere else, only on my channel. And then someone else reached out to the person and said, is this what you said? You know, this is a huge thing that's happened in your life and you want people to cover this. So why are you only saying for it to be played on one channel? Why don't you want it played everywhere? And the person said, I never said that. That was not the intent. The intent was for it to be put out on this particular person's channel, but for it to spread, like, you know, as anybody that would pick this up, that's what we wanted. It wasn't just to be played on one channel.
Let me clarify one thing. There were more audio recordings that Dre made because Dre often, instead of sending text messages or messages via Messenger, would do voice messages. There were more voice messages from Dre that KJ has than the ones that I submitted. So it could have been the other individual that was submitting some of those audio recordings to KJ that stipulated that they wanted those audio recordings only played on her channel. Really quickly, I just got a message from the other individual that contributed the rest of the audio recordings that she only wanted her name not mentioned. Not that it was to be the only platform that the audios were used on.
There you go. Her only stipulation was she wants to remain anonymous. Katie Joy had these people on her channel. You saw, I played it for you. She came across as so sincere and she was willing to work together with somebody. But clearly not. And first of all, Katie Joy, now these people, Justin and Molly, know exactly why people were warning them about you. You could not seem to work with Molly because you made the snark remark when she did the 30-minute roundup of the story, and you said it wasn't enough time to tell the story. You said you're not getting into the pettiness. So why did you dig up Molly Golightly's past? Is that not petty? And let's cut the bullshit. You just had Molly and Justin on your channel to gain their subscribers, period. Guys, if you can hear that, I've got my son's dog eating here and she will not move away from me, and my time is limited, so I do apologize. During this was all about, I have zero reason to lie or provide false information. You're not asking anyone not to follow Molly or not to follow you. Making this into a turf war helps no one. But that's exactly what you did, Katie Joy. Now check this out. Earlier today, a member of Dre McCray's downline sent me 2 videos from their Facebook paparazzi group. The team wanted Dre's side to be heard. The videos were of Vaughn speaking in a sales meeting with their team. He spoke about his love for his wife, for their business, and provided encouragement to the team members. Both videos show a very well-spoken, thoughtful man that was hoping to lift up and inspire others to do what they were doing. Dre's friends don't believe that she did anything wrong. The person who wanted to be anonymous said that Dre believed that she could heal Vaughn. Now, this just doesn't sit right. And this is just my opinion. Obviously, this man did love his wife at one point, okay? Things were fine at one point. So, what is her reasoning for this now? Does she feel that she is going to get an interview with Dre, get her side of the story? Because in her fucked up, twisted mind, that's gonna make her like reporter of the year, basically. I'm just saying. Every story has 2 sides. There you go. A balanced story presents all voices. Really, Katie Joy? Didn't you already call her a murderer? Didn't you say? And here's it right in front of you. I believe she murdered him. I believe she dosed him with kratom and strangled him. Your words, Katie Joy. Now you having a change of heart? While the videos did show a Vaughn that appeared happy and healthy, I don't know that Dre's friend can really know what happens behind closed doors. Absolutely right. So why are you even entertaining this bullshit? I'll be releasing the video later, not to defend Andrea, but to show a part of Vaughn that people might have seen. Andrea's doctor shopping, drug smuggling, and mixing herbs cannot be ignored. In my opinion, Andrea playing doctor cannot be ignored. Her friends wanting balanced reporting is one thing, but ignoring all the lives, the videos, the posts, and all the control she had over Vaughn helps no one, especially Vaughn and the kids. You know what doesn't help Vaughn and the kids? Is your reporting on the story, Katie Joy. Not at all. Absolutely zero, zilch, nothing, nada. So what is your end goal here, Katie Joy? Because you've already shown your hand. what kind of person you are. Now, also another thing that happened in that live, she actually stated that Juanette and her husband have blocked Katie Joy. So obviously Katie Joy was watching this, and this is why I say that. I got this off Twitter, and thank you so much to Ashley JJ. I apologize if I didn't ask your permission first. I just saw it this morning, and I hope you don't mind. I got off the phone with Vaughn McCray's stepmom, Juanette. Unfortunately, there are still no updates about Vaughn's location. She hopes that LATISHA will be successful in locating and seeing Vaughn. Juanette and Marvon Sr. liquidated their savings driving cross-country to see Vaughn. Due to the financial toll it's taken on them, I offered to share their Cash App if you wish to donate. And here you see the Cash App. Right now, the focus remains on getting justice for Marvon Jackson Jr. Conversations are still being had about the children and their safety. There should be an update soon to the kids. As soon as I hear the official word, I'll be releasing more details. I apologize for being vague and not releasing source names. There we go with the source names once again. There are people working hard behind the scenes that do not want to be retaliated against or harassed. Like how you put out all LATISHA's background, and people started harassing her for that, calling her a scammer. That's how you introduce Miss LATISHA. So if people don't like how Miss LATISHA is being helped, they're going to use that against her, and they have been using that against her, and all thanks to you. I'm respecting their anonymity at this time. For now, please let's all focus on the goal of elevating Vaughn's story and fighting for justice for him and the kids. So everybody can elevate the story and fight for justice on one condition, that you are the go-to, that people get the information from you, right? No, not gonna happen. So then, as I said, she must have been watching Molly Golightly's live, because the Jacksons obviously told Molly Golightly that they will not be dealing with Katie Joy anymore. She was petty enough to go and remove their Cash App from her post. Now, if you don't call that petty, then I don't know. This situation, including the children who have family that are worried. I'm not interested in making the situation about me. Really? You just made it about you. But lying to Molly Golightly and Justin that your sources wanted those recordings only on her channel. And LB doubled down and gave her story of how you did the same thing to her. How do you explain that, Katie Joy? Moving on. I'm not interested in making the situation about me or infighting between creators. This is about getting a story out there to get the pressure applied in the public sphere for justice to happen. That's it. That's all. The story is about Vaughn and the 3 kids that are in need of help. All of them deserve to be safe and free from alleged abuse of any kind. Please, let's continue to focus on the situation at hand. So we can't focus on your lies, on the disgusting person that you are, and the type of person that is not capable on reporting on tragic stories like this. Okay, Jane. I have spoken to so many people that have told me today that they want my help. Wow. So I will honor those requests to help. If someone else reports something, I will always credit them. I have no interest in competing. The goal is to get the story out, and that is what matters. Justice for Vaughn and the kids. I think, and this is my opinion, this is my feelings, you are the last person that should be advocating for these kids. I think they would be better off with you even inserting yourself with the situation. Because first of all, Katie Joy, when you say that there should be an update soon as to the kids, DCS is not going to give you this information. Absolutely not. So clearly you're either speaking to the ex-husband or somebody close to the ex-husband that you're getting this information from. Don't you think those kids deserve privacy right now, Katie Joy? Shouldn't it be good enough for you to know that DCS is actually on this case? They're taking care of it. That should be good enough for you, but no, you want to know the ins and outs. Not your fucking business. Period. Those children need to heal. Those children are going through a lot. The last thing they need is to be looking online and noticing you putting on a facade that you give a shit when you don't give a shit. So just stop. That's it from me today. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. One more thing before I go, in my description box, and I think I'll even pin a comment, I will leave both Cash Apps. If you want to go and donate, please feel free. If not, that's fine. Prayers are also very, very much needed. So with that said, thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Please be safe out there, you guys. Stay hydrated. Stay indoors as much as you can in the cool. And please be kind to one another. And like I said, have a fantastic rest of your week. Please be kind to one another. Make good memories. And one last thing. Dustin Daly will actually be reporting on this case. I cannot wait. If nobody, a lot of people are saying they don't like to go to Molly Go Lightly, or I know LB is covering this case, Renelle as well is covering this case. So Dustin Daly will be putting a video out. Please subscribe to his channel, turn on your notifications so you'll be notified when he does upload. I can't wait. I'm so interested in this. So thank you guys so much. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Guys, thank you for holding down the fort. It turns out that I just talked to Miss Juanette. The damage that people can do, I never realized. I've never had a another YouTuber. I mean, this is not the time, sweetheart. Please don't do this to them. They're asking you to keep things private. You can't do that. Don't do this to them. This family doesn't deserve it. Have some respect, Katie. This story is not for you. Your intentions are not good. Please. Now, something did happen. Something happened. And for purposes, they're going to save this conversation.